Alright, here are solutions to the second perfect problem for Math 111. We're asked to solve this equation without using the quadratic. That's a big tip-off that we'll have to complete the square at some point. So let's see, if we want to complete the square, we want to set this equation equal to 0. So if you subtract 5/4 from both sides, these two things stay the same. See, positive 1 we can think of as 4/4 here. So if you subtract 5/4 from both sides, 4/4 minus 5/4 is negative 1/4. And dealing with this will be a little bit hard to complete the square. We like to have a 1 as the leading coefficient. So we can multiply both sides of the equation by 4. We're multiplying everything on the left here by 4, so you kind of factor it through, distribute it through maybe. And you get x squared minus 4x over 2, which is 2x, minus 1 equals 0. And now we have to complete the square. Let's see, in order to get this x squared and the minus 2x, we'll want x minus 1 squared. But maybe out to the side we figure out that x minus 1 squared, if we FOIL it out, is x squared minus 2x plus 1. Then if you go back to your problem here, we don't have x squared minus 2x plus 1, but we can make it so that we do x squared minus 2x, and then we want plus 1, but you can't just go adding 1, so we'll subtract that 1 we just added, and then we still have this minus 1 right here. So it looks like a huge mess, but the advantage of what we did right there is we can replace x squared minus 2x plus 1 with x minus 1 squared, and we kind of took care of all this stuff. So then what we're left with is negative 1, negative 1, that is negative 2. That equals 0. So that's the hardest part. We got through the completing the square. Now we want to solve this thing for x. The way to do that would be to add 2 to both sides. Get x minus 1 squared equals 2. Take the square root of both sides. Make sure you put in the plus or minus when you take the square root on the right here. And then add 1 to both sides. I kind of like to have the 1 out in front. And so we get for our solution that x can be 1 plus or minus root 2. X plus root 2 or x minus root 2 will both work. And that's the answer.